Welcome back to Scarlet Hollow Episode 3. Sunshine filters in through the dusty windows of the estate as the dull aches of last night's activities throb in and out of focus. Yes, we had a mind collapse, and we're not sure if Rosalina's doing alright, but we had a few hours where we hadn't needed to think about it when we were asleep, but now it's the morning again and we gotta deal with it. You managed to survive a second night in the town of Scarlet Hollow. As you pull yourself out of bed, you can feel the soot and grime of the Shaw mine still stuck to your skin. I didn't even shower yesterday. Yes! We're disgusting, and now the bed is disgusting. You step into the guest bathroom and into the shower. Though to be fair, I don't think the shower is gonna be that. Ugh, look at the grime on that. Ugh. The water is hot and, surprisingly enough, clean. As steam fills your lungs and soot washes down the drain, you... Oh, I don't even know. Think about someone special. Realistically though, I think Rosalina's leg is a pretty big... It's just imprinted into my mind. Not that Duke's wasn't, but it's because for Duke, we only saw it for like one split second before Stella took the light away from the body. You think about Rosalina's shattered leg and the image of a foot barely still attached to her body. You're done here. You turn off the faucet and dry yourself off. Time to start your day. Is the opossum okay? Oh my god! There are two of them now. How? Oh, okay. Okay, You wave down at the opossums. They look up at you. Do you mind getting out of my dresser? Please get out of my dresser. The larger opossum hisses. The smaller opossum joins in. Technically, they're here before us, so maybe we should be leaving. They bare their many teeth at you in unison, attempting to frighten you away from what is clearly their territory. No. You've had enough of the growing family of opossums that live in your dresser, at least for the time being. Who opened it? Why? Oh, I have so many questions. Look out the window. You walk over to the window, fondly thinking about the pleasant view it provided you on Monday. It's the same view, but everything's changed. I'll look in the closet. Oh god, I forgot about this doll. Every time you see that doll, your heart skips a beat. It hasn't moved, right? I don't know. I thought we could see the thing that was on the bottom of its foot directly before. Or maybe only on a close-up? That's enough of the closet. Let's message my group chat. And pull up your group chat with Stella and Kanika. Oh, I forgot. Oh yeah, we were gonna go meet Reese today? Send a picture of a pained old man. It'll probably be a bit before you get a response. I'll text Stella as well. This is somehow not the hot option. Thinking about you. It'll probably be a bit before we get a response, Kanika. Oh, dude! Whoa, I feel really dirty doing this, though. I can't just flirt with everybody. I don't think I have a chance with Kanika, though, because she's like... Well, I don't know, things are getting more... supernatural, and she's all about the science, even though normally I would incline toward the science, too. How are things with Miles? Sure. I mean, I don't mind flirting in front of everybody when everybody's present, but to flirt in one individual chat and then flirt in another individual chat at the same time feels a bit... yeah. Keeping your options open? Playing the field? I didn't play the field! Oh, hi. Yes. You enter the kitchen to find your cousin in the midst of devouring a pint of banana chocolate chunk. She isn't alone. Frou-Frou glares at you from her usual spot on the counter as a red-headed woman busies herself trying to tidy as best as she can. Tabitha's gaze swivels from the woman to you, her glare intensifying. I'll talk to the woman. Hi, I'm Welonz. Good morning. I'm Janie. Just here to do my little weekly cleaning. Whatever cleaning Miss Tabitha will let me do, at least. I could have this place looking brand new, you know? Don't go making any big renovations or moving anything around. I like knowing where my stuff is. Now I'm kind of wondering if this is related to some kind of trauma. Like she's trying to keep the place as is before, when things were still good. Because I thought Janie was actually horrible at cleaning the first day we came here, but now she's saying, oh, I can clean it up. It's Tabitha who doesn't want me to. Okie dokie. It's so nice to finally meet you, Welonz. I mean, I guess I did meet you on Monday when you popped into the diner. Oh, I didn't see you. Janie. But seeing someone somewhere and meeting them face to face are two completely different things, I suppose. Thanks. All I'm trying to say here is that it's wonderful to finally actually meet you, and I'm so happy part of the family is here to keep Miss Tabitha company, what with everything that's... Janie! Oh, I'm sorry, Miss Tabitha. Am I being too much again? Tabitha grumbles in acknowledgement. Tabitha, did you even change out of your clothes last night? Did you sleep last night? And you need to eat healthier. I want to be... I don't know how well she'll react to that. Actually, I kind of want to know about this too. Any updates on Rosalina? Oh, shit. Yeah, they had to take her foot. Her dad's lucky she's alive. Tabitha takes one last spoonful of ice cream, then discards the empty container, turning to you with her trademark scowl. Let's get going. I've got an errand to run in town, and every time I've left you here alone, something terrible's wound up happening, so you're coming with me. Okay, now you can get to see the ditchlings. Wait. I mean, how else could she have said it though? I don't know. Oh, hold on, you can't just tell me Rosalina lost a foot and move on like nothing happened. Just because something terrible happened to someone, it doesn't mean that life doesn't go on. Life has to go on. And let me assure you that what happened to that poor girl weighs heavily on my mind. I believe you. And in many ways, Tabitha has so much on her plate right now. Remember, we came here for her mom's funeral. Her mom just recently died too. Now shall we go? Or would you rather keep bombarding me with guilt for something I personally begged you not to do? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. But yeah, I understand it totally does weigh on her. Is this street smart one basically just getting out of the house and leaving her here? I feel like it's hard for me to say yay, cousin bonding time after a girl just lost her foot. Oh, I'm so sorry, Rosalina. Alright, let's go. Great. Janie, lock up when you leave, please. And don't go rearranging anything. I'll know. As you're ready to leave, Janie approaches from the far side of the kitchen. Tabitha remains between the two of you, impatiently tapping her foot. Oh, Welonz, before you go, I heard about what happened last night. I mean, I heard about it before Miss Tabitha mentioned it just now, and then I heard it again. I just wanted to say that I'm sorry you got caught up in that. I'll be praying for Oscar and poor little Rosalina. They're such sweethearts. Couldn't have happened to nicer people. Are we just gonna go tell everyone to get out of town? Thanks, last night was a lot. If you ever need to talk to anyone, my husband is a local pastor. He's a gentleman and always willing to lend an ear. He's actually been going a little stir-crazy ever since we moved here, what with nobody really attending sermons. Oh yeah, no one goes to church here. It'll probably do him a lot of good to talk you through your worries. It's fine. It sounds wonderful. Thank you for the offer. I don't think you need to be Christian to talk to a pastor. Of course. He's always ready and willing to talk with people, so feel free to stop by the church anytime. The door is always open. Oh, I can ask. Well, I don't think I can ask about anything in front of Tabitha. Certainly not about Wayne. I'd love to chat, but I'd hate to interrupt your work. I'm in town for another few days, though, if you've got time. Of course. Like I said, feel free to swing by the church any old time. Alright, let's go. Bye, Janie. Be safe out there, you two. You and Tabitha walk through the doors of the estate and into her car. The ride to town is uneventful. Your cousin unsurprisingly more focused on the road than on making conversation. She was already like that by default, but after all that happened. Alright, we're just popping into the general store for a few minutes. What are we doing at the general store? Picking up tea from Sybil? Oh, I gotcha. Picking up tea. Yeah, I'm picking up tea. Why are you saying it all weird? Oh no, we're even talking about drugs now, not even gossip. Wink at her. Did you think I was taking you with me to buy drugs? I'm picking up normal tea for drinking. I'm just pulling your leg. Don't ever try it again. Oh, damn, girl. After everything that's happened the past 2 days, it's nice to just go on an errand. Exactly. You and Tabitha turn as the door to the general store bursts open. A flustered Kanika exits, shouting behind her. Fine, okay! Keep coddling him! Keep letting him get away with stuff you never would have let me so much as think about. I'm sick of carrying this family. Kanika storms off, the door slowly drifting shut behind her. Ugh. Other people and their drama. If more people kept things to themselves, they'd be a lot happier. Well, I don't think she wanted you to see that. That was more like we were in the wrong place at the wrong time. But, Tabitha, I think it's healthy to express yourself. It's weak. Come on already, let's go. No, Tabitha. Being vulnerable is not being weak. The bells of the general store chime as you cross the threshold. The smells of old wood and steamy herbal tea flood your senses, making you feel instantly at home. Good morning, you two. Hope you're doing well after last night's activities. Morning. Is the new blend ready? Of course. Welonz, if you'd like to keep Miles company, Tabitha and I will just be a minute. Oh, private conversations? She's gonna be pissed. No, forget about the drugs for now. Can I have some tea? I mean, I don't know if I want to butt into their family affairs because sometimes people don't really want other people knowing about that. Can I have some tea? Oh, sure. If you're willing to wait a bit. I wasn't expecting to entertain, so I didn't put any water on. I'll go and do that now. Never hurts to have fresh water on hand. Can we get this over with first? Of course. Priorities. Sybil motions for Tabitha to follow, and they both disappear into the tea room, closing the door behind them with a tinkling of bells. Yeah, listen in. Miles won't care. I mean, obviously, Kanika was mad about how Miles went to the mine, and then I guess Sybil is not really berating him for it. But yeah, and then he's just sitting here still. You find a subtle spot near the door and listen in. The walls of the tea room are surprisingly thick, and you can only make out snippets of the conversation. I know it. Longer, short notice aren't easy to come by. Is there enough? Just fine. Make sure this is all. Not keeping it. You only have one. Plenty of times. Your listening session is halted as a tinkling of bells announce another person. What were they talking about? So vague. But they're talking about something that we don't know about. Hello? Oh, excuse me. Wait, you're Welonz, aren't you? Oh, Duke's son. My name is Beau. I'm Duke's boy. It's a pleasure to meet you. The policeman told me you saw what happened to my daddy. I'm so sorry for your loss. But then again, they didn't find it, so do they believe that? Do they know he's dead? They don't. But I think Beau does believe what we said, because Stella was there too. Thank you. The policeman said he might just be out hunting somewhere, but me and my mama both know he ain't coming back. Mama's pretty broken up about it. I'm trying to hold it together, since I'm the man of the house now, but it ain't easy. Me and him was supposed to bring Big Betty to the state fair this week, but now he's gone, and as of this morning, so is she. Oh. Wait, is that a chicken? So I suppose if I'm not going to the fair, I may as well make myself useful and get out in the woods to look for what's left of my daddy. You was there, right? Could you tell me where to look so I can try and find him? Is Big Betty one of your chickens? Nah, she ain't a chicken. Big Betty is our prized pumpkin. She was a big lady too. Like an actual pumpkin? What? Wait, what happened to her? What happened to your pumpkin? Did it just die? I'd expect she was at least 2,000 pounds. Not too easy to move something like that. Could be she rolled off down a hill, but I can't be looking for her just yet, what with everything else going on. It just disappeared. In the final cutscene of episode 1, there was a Halloween pumpkin. I wonder if that's related. Have you seen anything strange on the farm the past couple of days? Not really, no. But I've been awful busy, what with everything that's still been happening. Them chickens keep disappearing though. Yeah, I don't know. He's a big guy, but I don't know. I think he deserves to know what we know so far. Your dad was killed by ditchlings. Not killed by, I think. It's still a bit of a point of contention. Did the ditchlings actually murder Duke? Or did Duke just happen to be... Like, was it, they were trying to struggle around and then the shotgun went off. A little bit of contention. Because Sybil was all like, oh, ditchlings don't hurt people, usually. They're monsters that show up when something bad is going to happen. And they're the things that have been stealing your chickens. I ain't never heard of a ditchling before, but whatever they are, they won't stop me from trying to find my daddy. I think we owe it to him. I know it's unsafe, but he's not gonna... Like, if I were him, I would want to be told. Could be bad, though. We could get him killed, too. Oh. He died on the northeast edge of town, off the Esquina Trail. Thank you, Welonz. I appreciate you trying to help us out. I don't rest easy knowing he's out there somewhere, all by his lonesome. And please tell Miss Scarlet I'm sorry about her mama. Tabitha and Sybil are still in the tea room. Your phone buzzes. Oh my god! Hey! I overslept! Still gotta make myself breakfast, meet at library after and figure out plan? And then it buzzes again. Hey again, Law! I've been thinking about you too. If you wanna come over for breakfast? Oh, that's tempting. Oh, the first one was in the group chat then. Yeah, and then Kanika. Sliding into the DMs, are we? I'm asking about Miles, I didn't say anything weird. She just ignored me. Wait, I did ask about... I'm pretty sure I picked the one that's about... Oh god, I gotta go back. I thought I picked the one that was... Yeah, I asked, how are things with Miles? I did not flirt with this woman, alright? I did not flirt. If you want to hang out before the library thing, I'm parked in the abandoned lot by the gas station. It's hard to miss. And that's that. You can't possibly get any more texts. This is... Oh, wow. This is Isaac's from the mine. You gave me your number yesterday. I'm out behind the diner if you want to talk. You have plenty of time before dinner at Reese's house. Oh, this is like an optional. Dude, I can't. Oh, these are all mutually exclusive. Are you kidding me? Well, let's go for Isaac's first. You probably have enough time to slip off and hear what Isaac's has to say before Tabitha even knows you're gone. Probably. You hold the bells on the door to the general store, quieting them when you make a silent exit. Well, Bo already came in earlier and went out. You find Isaac smoking out by the dumpsters behind Winnie's diner. Thought you weren't gonna show. No, here I am. Listen, I don't have a lot of time to talk, especially with you. I put two and two together. I know you're related to the boss, and the other guys are all riled up. Oh, I wasn't asking you guys... Oh, it's a simple thing. I wasn't asking you guys for... dirt. They're talking action. If they saw me out here with you, they'd think I was some kind of scab. What? Like a strike? Like a... Are you striking? But none of them will listen to me, especially now. They've all got bigger things to worry about than a single missing miner. I haven't forgotten about him, though. Anything you want to know, just ask. What kind of action are people talking about? They're talking about a strike, but you didn't hear it from me. Oh, wow. Huh, so Tabitha, how? It's safer today than it was 100 years ago, but the conditions might not be that great still. Oh, I want to know about Tabitha dating an employee. Yeah, wasn't the first time either. What? I knew some of the other fellas she dated. They said she was the coldest woman they'd ever met. Wasn't the first time. She doesn't strike me as a kind of person with time at all. Interest I won't say because it's hard to judge what someone's into just by looking at them, but yeah. Had a habit of dropping them a few months in before picking up the next poor son of a bitch who fell for her wiles. Damn. I guess us coal boys are pretty desperate. Well, it's all men up there and then there's one woman, I guess. I guess? It's not like they live at the mines though, they come back down to town, don't they? And you know I'm related to her, right? You just call her a son of a bitch. No, you called your friend a son of a bitch. All your other friends. He doesn't seem to care. Especially when a woman of means like that approaches you. You never know if you're gonna be the one who lucks out and locks down with that old family wealth. Guess Wayne wasn't lucky. Should we be expecting more people to stalk us then? All the exes? Did anything happen to him at the mine? Wait, are we limited by time? I hope not, but we might want to ask the most interesting things first then. Did anything happen to him at the mines? Find any weird stuff? Uncover anything that wasn't meant to be uncovered? No, I don't think so. The few ships he was picking up were all above ground, mostly operating machinery. Pretty cushy stuff to be honest. What was he like? He was a lighthearted kind of guy, always joking around on the job. Amazing fella to grab beers with, not keen on doing hard work, so it wasn't too strange when he barely picked up any ships once that relationship started. Are you saying that he has control over that? Like he's just getting lazier? Or are you saying Tabitha's giving him special treatment? I'm sure he saw her as a bit of a meal ticket, so maybe he wasn't too smart. But he was a good friend. Oh, maybe... Because these are not full-time employees, they're like contractors or something, so they get to decide shifts as opposed to being a steady 9 to 5. Closest one I had. Oh, I'm sorry, man. Do you think Tabitha did something to him? Yes, I do. That or maybe Pearl Ann. I don't know what it would be, but something happened up at that house. Hey, when Pearl Ann was still alive, was she the person in charge of the mines and then afterwards it became Tabitha? Kinda get the impression she kind of retired already and Tabitha's been running things for a while. She seems to have good knowledge of everything already. The week it went down, everyone was so up in arms about Miss Pearl Ann's death. Almost no one cared about the fact that some transplant miner had gone missing. Same week. We can only ask about one here. Do we not even know how she died? My god. Do you know how Pearl Ann died? Heard it was natural causes. Died in her sleep. She was old and a smoker. Figured her lungs finally gave up on her. But if Tabitha's in her 20s... Pearl Ann's not that old. Pearl Ann would be like, what? 50s? 60s maximum? But smoking. Back to Wayne. Why would he be... I told you yesterday that your friend isn't missing. But why wouldn't he come tell me he's alright? Where's he staying? Why is he hiding from everybody? It just doesn't sound like him. I'm not sure the man you think is Wayne is really him. Wish we had a picture. I don't think he's alright. There's something going on with him. Medically. Yeah, like he was all... I don't know, man. He was not right. Medically? Jesus. I hope he's getting treatment. Maybe that's why he's been distant. But why would he be following me? Damned if I know. I didn't even know you existed until yesterday. I suppose Tabitha could have told him about you. So maybe he's trying to get to someone close to his ex. Yeah, we never established how he even knew my name, and Stella didn't seem to think that was weird either. Seems like a pathetic move to me, but relationships change people. That is also true, but I don't think that's it. But Tabitha's not willing to talk. Maybe even a man like Wayne can be broken by someone like her. Isaac sighs, taking one last long drag of his cigarette. I appreciate you coming by to talk. I can't say I'm happy with what you've told me, but I'm glad someone's looking into this. Seems like everyone else was perfectly happy to sweep it under the rug. Isaacs tosses his cigarette butt. Goes without saying that you better not go telling anyone we talked. And if you see him, or whoever it is pretending to be him, tell him his buddy's worried about him. Alright? Yeah, we didn't get to ask about literally everything. Isaacs heads back inside, and you find yourself alone again. Should I tell Tabby about the strike? I know she has so much to stress over this week. And it's also very, I don't know, telling the employer that, hey, there's gonna be a strike soon is effectively trying to downplay the strike too. I don't think I have a very good read on the conditions of the mines and working there right now. I know Tabby says she's trying her best, and I think I believe her. I tend toward believing her, but I don't know what's actually happening over there. I'll keep that information to myself for now, for a little bit. We'll talk to her face to face. Slip back into the general store. Oh god, oh no. You make it to the entrance of the general store, just as the furious Tabitha leaves. I can't believe I couldn't leave you alone for 2 seconds without you running off. What are you, a toddler? Yeah, there was a cat outside. I wanted to pet it. Oh, she likes cats. Yeah, she has a cat. You know how it is with cat people. We gotta pet them if we see them. Sorry I came out swinging like that. I'm just stressed. I've got a lot on my plate right now. Yeah. Got a couple of hours to spare. I'll pick us up some sodas and we can get out of here. I don't like lingering where just anyone can walk up and start talking to me. Tabitha starts walking, motioning for you to follow. Tabitha's very on edge all of the time. But she's managing an entire company all by herself. No one else in the Scarlet family's helping. Her mom's passed away. I'm the only family left and she's not even that friendly. Why did she even want me to come a whole week earlier before the funeral? Tabitha stops in front of a small house on the quiet hill, just off Main Street. The Scarlets own most of the houses out here. We rent them out to employees. Just more convenient, you know? Oh, okay, we own housing too! And here I thought the estate was your secret lair. The estate is my non-secret lair. Everyone knows I live there. Now, come on. Let's make ourselves scarce before we're spotted. So even she thinks that if we walk by employee housing, someone's gonna run up to her and start talking to her. Probably for bad reasons. Even she's aware of that. Your cousin pulls out a heavy set of keys from her pockets. She picks out one marked with a bright strip of green tape and unlocks the door. Come on in. Don't worry, it's empty. By the way, this means I can't visit anyone else, right? Painful. You follow your cousin into the model home. We haven't rented this one out for years. I come here to get away from it all? Does that make sense? It's kind of like a vacation home, but I don't have to travel. Anyway, make yourself comfortable, and have a soda. Tabitha hands you a cream soda before settling in on the couch. She's trying to de-stress, don't remind her of the mines. Hey. So, do you like living here? It's the only thing I know. I mean, you visited other places, right? I've seen that blowing rock mug in the kitchen. My what? Oh, that must be one of Janie's. She was always saying we didn't have enough cups. Yeah, we were already saying that it could have been some other relatives. It wasn't her. Wait, so you're saying you've never left here then? You're saying you've never left Scarlet Hollow? There are 3 cups. That's plenty. One for me, one for Pearl Ann, and one for the occasional guest. But Janie said her husband has a ton of dumb little souvenir mugs from his travels. Not that I asked. She just tells me stuff about her family. Yes, Tabitha, that's what normal people do, to get to know each other. Anyways, she said they have mugs to spare, as if I needed her charity. I guess she must have snuck in a few under my nose. Just a few lines, and I feel like we've already learned so much about Tabitha. She's really afraid of appearing weak. Like, I don't need anyone's charity, I can figure everything out on my own. I'll have to remember to toss it when I get back. Anyways, to answer your question, no, I don't travel. Too much to do. Sure, I'd like to see the Outer Banks one day, but I'm the head of the company. It's not like anyone can cover for me. I'm pretty sure she's never left. You should be nicer to Janie. She immediately makes a face. She seems like a nice lady who's just trying to connect with you. Please, spare me the lecture. I shouldn't have to make connections with random people just because they want to make connections with me. I just want her to come by once a week and clean the house, then pick up her paycheck and leave me alone. You live in a massive mansion but only have 3 cups? Why does everyone get hung up on that? It's not like the Scarlets don't own more dishware, but I'm not gonna use the fine china to drink Pepsi. And we technically have 4 glasses, but one of them is used for the silverware. So there, we have more than 3. Maybe when this week is over, we can go to the beach together? I don't think so. Okay, maybe I should have asked about the Outer Banks one then. I don't know where Outer Banks is. You mean just like Outer Banks of this area? I'm not sure how many we're gonna get to ask, so I'm gonna stick to what I think is the most important. Do you actually like running the mines? It's a job. An important job. I've had years of Pearl Ann drilling that into my head. Again, she didn't answer. So that's a pretty solid no. No, I don't like running the mines. Well, what would you want to do if you weren't here? Doesn't matter. I am here. Can we try some of that tea you picked up? Smells nice. Nope. It's a sleepy time tea. You don't want to drink it in the middle of the day. Trouble sleeping? Why do you come here? Like I said, I like getting away from it all. People know they can find me at the estate, but they don't know about this place. It's nice to escape from being known, at least for a little while. She talks about how Stella depends on other people's opinions of her because she's a YouTuber and runs a channel, but Tabitha has it even worse because she has an entire mine to care about. She's gotta care about the opinions of all the miners. If Stella's viewers don't like her, they just leave. She might not even know about it unless if she sees that she's making less money, but Tabitha, the miners are actually gonna get up in her face and yell at her and strike. What do you think about Silas and all the other old-timers? What is there to think about? For better or worse, they're the reason that I'm here getting interrogated by you. Jeez, man, it's not interrogation, just chilling out. Well, what was Pearl Ann like then? Okay, I guess you should at least know some things about the woman whose funeral you'll be attending. Not because she's my aunt. She was my mother. She was your mother's twin sister! Oh, okay, I didn't know that. Fraternal. They didn't look alike. Same with their personalities. Night and day, from what I've heard. Pearl Ann was a hard ass, but that comes with the territory. I mean, what else do you want to know? Did you two get along? What do you think? You like giving me a lot of non-answers, Tabby. You're very, very guarded. How did she die? Sleep apnea. Sleep apnea. Really now. Natural enough cause, I suppose. Well, what was your dad like? Don't know. He just up and left one day. Didn't want anything to do with us anymore, I guess. They never got divorced, just separated. He probably couldn't be bothered to fill out any paperwork, especially considering he would lose any and all claim to the Scarlet fortune if they divorced. And he'd have to pay child support for a kid he couldn't be bothered to call on her birthday. My dad? I get to shape my dad's history. I think Tabby had it really rough though. Single mother. It sounded like Pearl Ann's pretty strict. Raised her to run the mines, basically. Well. Hooray! Another member of the Deadbeat Dads Club. Ask me, ask me. Scarlet women are just too strong for most men. Our moms were better off without them, I'm sure. Can you tell me about any other family members? Wow, did Vivian really tell you nothing about us? Or her upbringing? Fine, I'll give you the brief history, since she never bothered. Pearl Ann and Vivian were raised by their grandmother because our grandmother died in childbirth. Oh. Our great-grandmother, Grandma Eddie, ran the mine before Pearl Ann, then Pearl Ann took over. And now here I am, following in their footsteps. But did Pearl Ann retire before she passed away, or did you just become head of the company 1 week earlier? I don't think so, right? Because people are blaming Tabitha. People are gonna strike. What was Grandma Eddie like? Did you know her? Tabitha's quiet for a moment, her eyes distant. Kind of scary. Her voice is quiet. She takes another sip of her cream soda. Oh, is there any like child abuse going on here? Maybe grandma beat her or something? A matriarchal mining company seems unusual. What was it you said the other day? Hashtag girl boss? Yeah, that's the Scarlets. It's just been women for a couple of generations now. And we never let some stranger jeopardize the company. It stays in the bloodline. Maybe something in the blood, scaring off all the men. Why did Dad leave? Dad leaving? Pearl Ann is dead now, so it would be perfect for Dad to come back to try to take the company, but he's not here. Maybe he left because of some scary ghostly hauntings too. Well, what happened to the rest of the family? Silas had a lot of kids. Read about him in the library yesterday. What am I, an encyclopedia? We have documents on this stuff in some kind of fancy family tree somewhere in the estate, but I don't have any of it memorized. From what I can remember, our grandmother had a kid sister that died of some childhood illness, then she died having our moms. And I think Grandma Eddie had some brothers, but I vaguely recall something about them fighting in World War II. One way or another, they clearly didn't stick around. As for anyone who came before the turn of the 20th century, damned if I know. That's ancient history. She's very self-sufficient. His dad left so long ago. Mom probably went, okay, kid, it's just you and me now. We gotta fend for ourselves. What kind of... Well, what kind of things did Pearl tell you about me and my mom? The sort of thing you'd probably expect. Like what? A lot of it wasn't necessarily wrong either. Like what? Like what? What do you really think of me? Do you really want to know? I don't mince words. Hit me with it. If that's what you want. You push my buttons. It's like you exist to antagonize me. I don't even know why I took you here. That's fine. I mean, that's not what I... I admit, there have been instances where I thought, hey, it would be so funny to push Tabitha's buttons here. But, look. What goes around comes around, okay? If you were friendlier, I probably wouldn't be feeling that way. Oh, I can't believe we're actually hanging out. Isn't that why you came all the way down here from Maple Creek? Well, you're a better person than you let on. Oh, she's changed. This is the gentlest face she's had all conversation. Why would you even say that? You've only been here for 2 days. You don't know me. The core of what kind of people we are, I don't think we can hide it as much as you think you can. No matter how much you try to hide something, something always shows. Well... We can ask about people. We can ask about everybody. Okay. Well, I'm supposed to have dinner at Reese's place tonight. Do you know him? Reese? Oh, yeah. The dude that used to hang out with Kanika and Stella. I kind of remember him. Quiet, smelled kind of weird, stopped coming to school at one point. I guess he got sick or something. They're all high school friends. I know his mom better than I know him. She's been everybody's doctor for as long as I can remember. She's intimidating. I've always liked her. 'Cause she's not weak, she's strong. Guess that's not hereditary though. Reese always seemed like a bit of a wet blanket to me. Well, I know I've already asked, but now that we're hanging out, can you tell me what the deal is with you and Stella? Not this again. But fine. We were close in high school. Really, really close. We'd have sleepovers a few nights a week, spend all night watching monster movies and eating chips, and look at her face, she's smiling. Anyway, Pearl didn't like her. I'd always have to lie and say I was going over to her place to study. When we graduated, it was impossible to see her anymore. There were no more excuses to go study, and I was too busy learning the ropes at the mine. Pearl made sure my every waking minute was occupied. I didn't have time for friends. Dude. But I never needed friends before meeting Stella, so it was easy enough to slip back into that mindset and try to move on. Dude. Oh! Oh! Are you two exes? What? I don't know. Quit asking so many questions. Oh! Oh, okay. That's a bit... I'm taking her answer as a yes, by the way. I'm just a little bit... Oh, wait, hold on. Now I'm feeling really weird about trying to flirt with Stella. Oh, okay. But more importantly though, dude, it sounded like she always liked Stella. Romantically or not, she always liked Stella. She just stopped having an excuse to meet her, so she forced herself to stop seeing her. That's it. She's always still liked her. And it's not like they had a big argument or anything. Dude, it's your mom. Your mom's a problem. But the answer, oh my god, they were totally... Even if they weren't officially dating, they were probably at that point where they were like really like ambiguous with their relationship and stuff. Oh my god. Dude, that's why when I saw them in the mines... Congratulations on your sponsor, by the way. Oh my god. Wait, okay, I need to calm down a little bit. Wait, but what about me and Stella? Now I'm kind of like... Dude, I'm not gonna... Oh. And I didn't get to ask about anything else after that, even though that was like that was a street smart option. Anyway. Do you want me to try to get you in with Kanika? Please. If she's anything like me, that would only make her hate me more. I have dignity, Welonz. You had some harsh things to say about Oscar last night. Do you really believe what you said? I do. Some people shouldn't have kids. It's hard to decipher what exactly she means by that, because what if she feels that way about her own parents? I don't know, man. I don't think she feels that way about her mom, though. Like, her mom sounds super strict, though. What do you think about Avery? Do you know Avery? Who? Avery. Works at the diner? Wears plant shirts? I have no idea who you're talking about. She has no idea who you're talking about. She's not lying, just in case if you wanted to know. Do you know Sybil well? Everyone in town knows her. Why did you hire Janie? Maybe her mom hired Janie. Boom. She was my babysitter before she started cleaning the estate. Pearl Ann hired her. Are you sure you don't want to talk about Wayne? She doesn't want to talk about Stella. She's not going to want to talk about Wayne. Yeah, I'm sure. You know, at some point this week, you're gonna have to stop brushing off everything that's happening around town. Do you think I'm brushing things off? I'm dealing with a mind collapse right now. I'm burying my mother in 4 days. My work is what keeps this town running. Just because I'm focusing on what's in front of me doesn't mean I don't care. You know what? Fair enough. Sorry. I can't say sorry though. Yeah, but the police are really on my ass. I wouldn't really worry about them. Our family is the law around these parts. It really is like that? So you should do your best to stay on my good side. Okay. Well, are you coming ghost hunting with us tonight? Is that actually happening? Stella will be there. But so will Kanika. I doubt she'll be thrilled to see me again. But there's no point arguing with you. If you're gonna get up to any paranormal stuff, I'd better be there to save your skin if it gets hairy. Count me in. Okay, yeah, feel free to use me as an excuse to see Stella. I'm okay with that. Do you want me to should I play wing woman or something? I'm so confused, man. It's like a love triangle now. Well, thanks for taking me out here. Your phone buzzes before Tabitha has a chance to respond. Almost forgot it's Mayor Jimmy Day! Good excuse to head over to the library. We should check in with Oscar. Meet y'all there in half an hour. I totally blanked on that. Been having a weird, foggy morning. Wild that they're still doing the Mayor Jimmy thing, even after last night. Do you think news has spread yet? But yeah, we should go see Oscar. See y'all soon. These are texts. Somebody's popular. It's just Kanika and Stella making plans. Okay, You have options to not mention them by name here, and I kind of wonder if I were on the receiving end of it, would I feel a little bit not invited, excluded, if I mention Kanika and Stella by name? Like, oh, they're texting Welonz so much, but they're not texting me. Even though I don't think Tabitha wants, she's gonna say she doesn't want people texting her. So like, I'm just wondering, should I just talk about Mayor Jimmy Day straight, or should I say Kanika and Stella? It could really go either way. Yeah, some people, you're giving more details. Dude, I'm like overthinking every single line. Just Kanika and Stella making plans for Mayor Jimmy Day. Is it Mayor Jimmy Day again already? What a ridiculous event. You know he's a dog, right? Did they fill you in on that little detail? Oh, like an actual dog? We haven't had a human mayor in Scarlet Hollow since at least the early 1900s. We've been a dog mayor town since then. Tabitha takes another sip of her soda, smirking. Hey, you kind of ruined the surprise for me then. I was gonna find out there. Gosh, Tabby! Everyone knows it's our family that holds the power in this town. Still, sounds like it could be kind of fun. Even I can admit it's funny watching everyone fawn over the little guy in his mayor getup. Yeah, count me in. I didn't invite you! Sorry, Tabby. I am more than happy to have you with me. I just didn't invite you, that's all. I am not gonna point that out though, because if I do, she's gonna get so upset. Please do come. Yeah, count me in. We can finish our sodas and head over. I didn't invite her. Oh my god. It's okay, cuz. I'll make sure to, I'll get you in with everybody, alright? It's me, your hot cousin, your hot street smart cousin. How do I look? It's been a while since I've been out in public like this. Oh. Excuse me, Miss Scarlet. Can I help you? Becca stares at you from a distance as the furious woman tears into Tabitha. This must be her mother. What the hell do you think you're doing down here, grinning like a buffoon after everything that's happened last night? A mine collapse almost killed my poor sweet innocent child, and you thought it was a good idea to retaliate by demoting my husband? Look at Tabitha's face, man, she's crestfallen. We've gotten used to a new lifestyle. You can't just take that away from us for something that was your fault. I heard that one girl had to have her foot amputated. That could have been my child. Don't think I won't be pressing charges. Mom, please, you're embarrassing me. Shut up, Becca. Mommy is advocating for you. No, our cousin's too good to say anything about this. Your husband told your daughter it was safe to go into the mine. Of course he was demoted. Yesterday I said, hey Tabby, don't demote him. But after all that happened, someone actually got hurt. I don't think we can let it go anymore. Especially because your child has clearly given you a fake story about how she's not responsible for anything. I'm right here. You think I care? Even if she did, it wouldn't have mattered if the entrance to that mine was actually secured. There will be hell to pay, Tabitha Scarlet. What legal grounds do you think you even have? There are signs. The place was boarded up. I did my legal duty. And you don't have a leg to stand on, so don't try to threaten me. See, she's in aggressive mode now. Earlier you could tell she was actually upset, but she's aggressive about it now. Mom, can we just go, please? If I were you, I'd listen to your brat. You haven't heard from the last of us. You'll see. Hey, cheer up. Cheer up. You got me, okay? You're not gonna... I may not be a lawyer, but I am hot and I'm street smart, and I will get you out of this. The woman storms off, just as quickly as she'd stormed in, Becca following at a distance. God damn it. She's right. I can't just hang out around town the day after something like that. It doesn't look right. Hey. I should be up there, even if just to oversee what's going on. If I'm supposed to run this place, I've got to get my head in the game. I can't slip up like this again. Hey, no, come on. Tabitha sighs, straightening up. Her scowl returns. No! Damn it! Oh my gosh, we were so close to reaching step 1 of normalcy, of a normal cousin relationship with Tabitha. Dude. I get it. Like, it's about the optics. It's not about whether she feels up to it or not. It's just, it doesn't look good for the CEO to be hanging out at a party the day after something bad happened at the mines. I get it. But her entire life is dedicated to the mines, and that's just not right. Stay out of trouble. I'll see you at the library tonight. She's still willing to be at the library because that's a small private event. Oh man! Your cousin turns and heads back to her car, leaving you alone on Main Street. Damn it, Becca's mom. We didn't have enough time to say much there. I needed to go, Mrs. Becca's mom, your daughter is the exact person who got the other kid her leg amputated. That was your kid's fault. Damn it. I can't have fun like this either, man. Knowing my cousin's stressed out, I want to go to the mines with her. Actually, it's pretty bad for me to be. I know I'm not like a mine Scarlet, but I'm still a Scarlet. Maybe I should go to the mines and hang out with Tabitha because of that. Like, this is what I would do if it was actually me. And if I had the choice, I would go and hang with her. I would not do whatever happy day we're doing. You enter the library alone. It's busier than usual, and a small crowd has formed in the corner of the main foyer. Yes, you're here! Thank God we have something to do this morning. My family's been driving me nuts. Yeah. Yes, the whole gang's here. I've been waiting to introduce Welonz to the mayor for like the entire time I've known her. I've never gone to introduce someone to the mayor before. I'm sorry, Stella. Tabitha was being a spoil sport. It'll be worth it. Trust us. Alright, shall we? Yup, he's a dog. You can tell this dog is the mayor from his little sash and his fancy top hat. There's a regal air about him, almost as if he knows the position of authority he's been elected to. Elected? And unless you're mistaken, the serious man by his side is Deputy Franklin, one of the policemen you spoke to following your encounter in the woods on Monday. Wait, is this like actually a thing? A dog mayor town like Tabitha said? Really? Is this really a thing? He holds out his paw as if to shake your hand. Hey, aren't you Deputy Franklin? Not when I'm off duty. Security goon. Oh, sorry, you weren't I kind of rejected his handshake. You know what? They're not even gonna be of help. Whatever, it's whatever. It's lovely to meet you, Mr. Mayor. You reach forward to take the mayor's little paw in your hand, but his burly security detail stops you. No paw shaking. Only head pats and ear scratches allowed. Isn't he just the cutest? It's the best part of living in Scarlet Hollow, besides nature. And all my friends and Winnie's Biscuits. Oh, and the close-knit small-town community, of course. But having a dog mayor is a close fifth, no contest. Gretchen squirms in Stella's arms, straining to get at Mayor Jimmy. Hey, whoa, Gretchen! Calm down, old girl. You're gonna pull a muscle. Miss Richmond, I'm gonna have to ask you and your dog to step away from the mayor. I should have known better. These two have never been able to get along. Oh, maybe Mayor is actually horrible. Stella walks off, struggling to hold Gretchen back. Dude, if we had actually gotten the reveal that the mayor was a dog here, it would have been such a nice matchup with when I was talking to Stella when we were hiking about the roommate thing. Because we were stringing her along until at the very end we were like, oh, by the way, my roommate's a cat. Dang it, Tabby. Kanika's quick to follow. Oh, that's it? He did look a little bit snobby. It looks like everyone else is already talking to Oscar in the next room. Before you can catch up to your companions, you're interrupted by a nervous man with a cross around his neck. Janie's husband? Whoever he is, you can feel his desperation to make a good first impression. A self-sustained and self-fulfilling prophecy. Yeah. The harder we try, the worse we do. in meeting people, in relationships. Sounds like old Gretchen and the mayor have some unresolved issues, wouldn't you say? I'm Pastor Daniel. I take it you're Welonz? Everyone's been buzzing about you. I'm so sorry about your aunt, but I'm sure she's in a better place now. Janie mentioned you this morning. Ugh. Oh, that woman is the light of my life. I'm so glad she's there to help your cousin through this rough patch. The music is very... Oh, hey, do you know anything about ghosts? Ghosts? I've never encountered one myself, but I've heard stories of folks who've been visited by their loved ones from beyond the grave, and it seems like it provides them with a sort of spiritual healing. Like their beloved relatives are watching over them, even in death. Is this about Pearl Ann? Or perhaps your mother? Have you been visited by her? I don't like to be rude to people, even if it's people I might not necessarily like. Don't even say Oscar. I think we might need an exorcism. Might? Oscar's place is haunted, and we're investigating tonight. Oh, like a Scooby-Doo episode or something? I'm afraid I don't buy into that particular notion. It's a bit too spiritualist. Now, if it were a vision of one of his parents trying to contact him from heaven, I could understand that. But I simply don't believe in malicious spirits, lingering neither in heaven nor hell, jumping out of closets to scare us. I'm sure there's a perfectly reasonable explanation for whatever it is he saw. I want to say I don't believe in supernatural stuff, but we've seen too much over the past few days. Now, do I want this random guy to come with us, though? Look at him. Wait. You believe in some ghosts and not others? What makes you an authority on that? I do have a degree from one of the top seminaries in the country. I took a whole class on ghosts, so I suppose that does give me a certain authority in this situation. I don't want to invite people randomly without asking other people first. Plus, we heard about the creepypasta thing from people who are gonna be with us hunting, right? So, I don't know, man. Well, we have to offend him, and we have to either offend him or not offend him. Well, no one hears what I'm saying. I'm just... Like, I'm not gonna be like, well, I think you're full of crap to anybody. Oh, okay, I trust you then. Sure, yeah. Brackets, lie. Thank you, I appreciate that. And of course, I'm not saying anything against Mr. Gutierrez. I'm sure he saw something otherworldly. I just know that we simple humans tend to misinterpret signs of the divine, especially considering how frightening they can often seem. Well... I don't like talking crap about people, but it's also a good barometer to feel out how people feel about other people. Well, you mentioned Pearland being in a better place earlier. I doubt it's a better place. It sounds like she was awful. Oh, I'm sure she wasn't that bad. Most people are good, deep down inside. It's best to not speak ill of the dead. Yeah, I agree. That was very tasteless of me. I was just sussing you out. Well, remain silent. You have nothing more to say to this man. Don't worry, I'm not trying to sell you anything. Just thought I'd extend the offer in case you needed someone to talk to. The church's doors are open if you ever change your mind. Have a blessed day, Welonz. The pastor leaves you be and joins the line to see the mayor. This kind of thing could be misdirection, though. Because they gave him classic villain music and everything, and yeah, he might not be a bad guy. But if I saw someone like that come up to me... Yeah. Well, nothing to do now but to catch up with your companions. I wonder if you could have joined us, though. Oh my god. Poor Rosalina. I can't even imagine how scary this has been for her. She seems in high spirits right now, but they've got her on some pretty strong pain medication, so I'm not sure how she's gonna feel when that wears off. And it was the whole foot? Yeah, it's bad, but she's alive. We'll both be able to move on from this. We just have to get through the tough parts first. No, I think, yeah, there was not going to be a good part to losing a leg, a foot. I think this is a little bit too self-centered. We're here for you, man. Thank you. All of you. Everything feels like it happened so fast. I know our whole lives have changed, but it's taking my mind a little bit to catch up. I feel like such a mess. I hope it isn't keeping me from being the dad she needs right now. And he's a young dad too, we learned from Tabitha. If Rosalina's 13 and Oscar had her at 19, Oscar's only 32. I don't even know if the mom isn't in the picture, right? Oh, he's been a single dad for so long. I'm sorry to cut our conversation short, but I better get going. I was only supposed to come back to pick up a few things, but then the hospital called and said there had been some big bus accident on the highway, and they need the bed, so I have to come pick her up. Even though our house is still haunted, and the only place she can lie down until then is the dirty back room that drove her away in the first place, and then Mayor Jimmy Day is happening. Sorry. I'm just a little overwhelmed. It's okay, Oscar. We're here to help. Yeah, we're gonna get that ghost. We could always go ahead and do a ghost bust or whatever we're calling it while you're out, and she'd be able to go right back to her old room as soon as she got back. That's probably a good idea, right? If only, but it doesn't come out during the day. So any busting attempts are gonna have to wait until nightfall. I'm still not even sure we can get rid of it at all. I feel like up until now, whenever I talk to anybody, I've been trying to steer away from the supernatural conversations without really considering that. Because my primary consideration is that, oh my god, people are gonna think I'm crazy. But you have people who are into the supernatural as well. Just like Stella, just like Oscar, so it's okay to talk about it a little bit more. I think I'd have to see for myself that it was gone. It managed to trick me a couple of times, and I can't handle any more surprises right now. I've got every ghost hunting device known to man. You're in good hands, Oscar. I see you got your little ghost outfit too. And death moth for Kanika. We have the power of God and anime on our side. I mean, friendship. Heck yeah, we do. If anime has taught me anything, it's that the power of friendship is unstoppable. It's a lovely sentiment. I'm sure Rosalina will at least be glad to know you all did your best to help her. I'm heading out. It should be dark by the time we get back, so I suppose I'll see y'all then. Oscar hurries off, car keys jingling as he jogs out the door. Hey, sorry for not texting you guys back earlier, by the way. I think y'all wanted me to hang up with you in the morning, but I was too busy with my cousin. Let's head up to Reese's. Maybe we can get him to come ghost hunting with us. Oh no. You're not gonna try to get Dr. Kelly to let him leave the house, are you? She'll kick us out for even asking. I wonder if he even knows what happened last night. I don't know how disconnected he is from the news around town. Jeez, should we tell him? I think so. Gosh, I don't know. Maybe we just play it by ear. Anyways, shall we? Time to go. Oh, I was like, oh, I don't want to invite Daniel because I don't know if people... I shouldn't invite people before I ask, but then I invited Tabitha. I am very partial to my cousin, okay? Sorry guys, before I forget, I invited Tabitha to come ghost hunting, if that's alright? You invited her? Even after last night? What do you mean after last night? I mean, if anything, I thought she was actually pretty helpful. Yes! Yes, Kanika, don't let your general hatred of Scarlets get you confused. She didn't do anything wrong last night. Stella, last night was a disaster. For all we know, Tabitha just escalated things. When? Kanika sighs. Alright, it happened. Let's not get into it. If we're lucky, she'll be too busy at the mines to even show. Hey Kanika, I know you're cool, but like, I feel like whenever it comes to the Scarlets, or any like social justice stuff, she gets really heated and she's not really thinking anymore. What did Tabitha do yesterday? She didn't do anything! Oh, don't say that, Neeks. If we're lucky, she will show, and the two of you will finally get along. Well, now I'm more curious about the exes spending time together. And what about me? Maybe I gotta change targets to Kanika after all. So I finally met Pastor Daniel, by the way, downstairs. Yeah, they don't like him. It was only a matter of time until he tried to pull you aside about grief counseling. When my dad died, I had to ban him from the general store for a week. He's that persistent? He won't stop leaving these little pamphlets at the checkout. I don't know where he finds so many. He makes them. They did not... No, he didn't try to make me go to church. It was just a simple conversation. But my street smart self says that it's just because he wants people to like him, which my street smart self has been pretty helpful. I think he just really wants people to like him, but he comes off as desperate. It's a vicious cycle. Aw, when you put it like that, his whole situation is kinda sad. Oh, but it's so easy to fall into this kind of trap, especially when you're not socially, when you're not very social. I feel like I've done it before too, like you're so desperate for people to like you. Even if that's the case, it doesn't mean I have to like him. Whatever his deal is, goes a step beyond trying too hard to get people to like him. Well, the staying at your store for a week is kinda, yeah. The man was grinning through all my dad's funeral. He's not normal. And I don't mean that in a stigmatizing mental illness kind of way. There is just this little siren that goes off every time I see him that tells me to get away from him. Wait, so everyone here's dad is dead? Wow. Everyone. Except Rosalina. That's exactly how I would describe it too. The whole town feels the same way. Now that I think about it, he must be pretty lonely. He can look for friends somewhere else. Yeah, that's a bit... But don't discount your vibes though. Your vibes are not illogical. They come from something, so don't discount them. What about inviting Avery? Oh, huh. Sure, I guess. The more the merrier, right? Oh, maybe kind of diluting everything a bit. Maybe there'll be an extra voice of reason. We won't be much help to Oscar if we start jumping at our own shadows. Cool. I'll text him on the way over to Reese's. Okay, cool. Alright, shall we head out? The three of you leave the library for an early dinner at Reese's. Everyone lives so far apart. It's a big town. No, it's a small town, like a small population, but large geographically. You once again find yourself in front of Reese's house. A cold desperation. No, a cold hesitation grips you as the building looms over the hilltop. Still thinking about the pastor. Though it's only early afternoon, it feels much later, the sun already sinking behind the tall mountains that surround Scarlet Hollow. We're a little early. What if Dr. Kelly yells at us? There's no such thing as early when you're hanging out with friends. That's just extra time you get to spend together. Yeah, but the mom is involved. Okay, but what if she yells at us? Oh, there's a likeness to them. I thought that was the mom for a second. It's too late. The door swings open. Hey. Reese! Oh my god, dude, it's been ages! You must be Welonz, right? I've heard a lot about you. Stella's been relentless about making sure I got all the Welonz updates. It's been 2 days! Gretchen starts yelping at Reese, straining against Stella's grip as she tries to get between them. Wait, Gretchen doesn't like Reese? Are they here already? Look, there's a likeness. It's the hair. I knew you'd show up early, Stella. And you brought the dog. Great. Oh yeah, she was supposed to leave her at home. Yeah, I thought she might cheer Reese up. I don't know what's gone into her all of a sudden. The dog stays outside. But... it's okay, Stella. We can let her chill in my van for a bit. I'll run the AC and leave her some treats. You know I always have some of those easy-chewed dog jerky stashed away. What, you can't leave a car stationary and run the AC. 'Cause carbon monoxide. Oh, but we go everywhere together. Do you want to come in or not? Kanika nervously tugs Stella away toward her van. Well, what about you, Welonz? Are you coming in? We're saying it in front of the mom, though. We'll just mentally keep a tab out on this, okay? Oh, sure. You follow Reese and Dr. Kelly inside. Stella and Kanika aren't far behind you. If you stayed behind, it's a little bit of, you're signaling to the other person that you're not comfortable with them. And I'm trying to keep my street smart persona right now. I'm not trying to trip any alarm bells. Okay, I guess we're not worried about Gretchen. But for the record though, seriously, that's a thing. Don't go sleeping in a stationary car with the AC on. You can die from that, really. The house feels cold. Not only is there an odd chill in the air, but the building itself feels too sterile, uncomfortably tidy, to the point where you're too nervous to touch anything. If it weren't for the aroma of store-bought dinner rolls baking in the oven and the unsettling artwork hanging on the walls, you'd be half convinced you'd wandered into a real estate showing. So, how can I lend a hand? By sitting down at the table and not puttering around in my kitchen. I made sure everything was done well in advance, so the only thing left are the rolls, which shouldn't take long. You didn't cook for us, it's store-bought. It's a small thing, but it kind of gives you a feeling of the vibes of this family already. Then we can have a quick dinner, and you can leave my house and go on about your business. But I was kind of hoping to see Reese's new art. We still have time now, right? You aren't seriously considering subjecting your friends to your disaster of a room, are you? Hey. It's not that bad. You can still see the floor. Dr. Kelly raises a single questioning eyebrow. I don't mind a little mess. I don't mind a big mess. Yeah, I doubt it could be any worse than the way I keep my room. Yes, okay, fine. As long as you stay out of the kitchen, I don't care what you get up to. This is so weird. Doesn't anyone think this is so weird? The dynamics feel like a mother and a group of teenagers. Like, it does not feel like a mother and 20-year-olds. Cool, we'll just be downstairs. You won't even know we're here. She seems kind of helicopter parenty. You make your way toward the basement stairs. Oh, wow, okay. I think we need to take this in a little bit. Whoa. Whoa. Whoa, you a cool guy, Reese. Ooh, whoa. Whoa. Okay, okay. You like goth? Or what? Gothy emo type? The basement is what you might expect out of a tortured artist who spends all his time confined to his studio. Discarded canvases line its edge, while trash and sketches leak out from their piles in the corners of the room, hiding the bare cement floor. Ghoulish faces coat the walls in paint, sneering out at their creator. Your mom is so scary. She can be a little intense, kind of overprotective, which I guess makes sense. 'Cause you're sickly? Anyway, make yourselves comfortable. You'll have to forgive the mess. I've been distracted lately. Haven't been cleaning much. That's a lot of stuff we can talk about. But the first order of business is, of course, well, if you need a model, I'm here until Monday. Kanika doesn't even bat an eye. She's like, well, it's Welonz doing her thing again. That would be amazing. Though I should warn you, I work odd hours. I don't usually pick up a brush until late at night. Oh, perfect then. I'll swing by late at night, one night? Okay. But if that's not a deal breaker, it would be incredible to have such a captivating model. I look forward to the company, and I hope I can do your likeness justice. Maybe we can all come. Wouldn't that be fun? Wait, I don't know how Stella feels about... Wait, who... I don't know how I feel about... There's romance in this, right? Like, there's actual flirting in this. Is it gonna go somewhere? I don't even know if I wanted to go somewhere with anybody right now. Maybe I just want to chill out with everyone as friends. It's a week, okay? I don't move that fast. I need to suss you all out first. I thought I was here until Sunday, by the way. The Sunday is the 7 days. Maybe after Sunday, I'm going home on Monday. Hey, well, do you need us to sneak you out of here? This place feels like a prison. It's a little rude. Unfortunately, the prison we're dealing with here is my body, not my room. Are you sure there's nothing we can do? Your company is plenty. It's so nice to have living people down here for a change. You know, we'd visit more if your mom let us. Did she tell you she turned us away yesterday? She said we couldn't even talk to you. It's a little controlling. You came by yesterday? She didn't tell me, but I was probably asleep, that's all. Well then what did she tell you today then? Your friends are suddenly coming over for dinner? She didn't want to wake me up. I don't think that's her being controlling or anything. Oh boy. Oh boy. This is our starting point? Reese, if she didn't want to wake you up, she would have told you after you woke up that we came by yesterday. Not to cast any doubt on that, but she did say I couldn't bring you any food. She knows that's how I show my friends how much I appreciate them, and she knows I can work around all sorts of allergies and intolerances. Not gonna lie, it felt weird. I don't know. My body is pretty particular when it comes to food. She just prefers to have full control over what I eat, so... okay, maybe that does sound controlling. But it's for a good reason. If I eat the wrong thing, it could really mess me up, so she has to regulate my food. I'm very curious if this is even real. Or did his mom just make this up? And I feel bad to be thinking this way about someone's mom the first time I'm seeing them. What are you sick with, if you don't mind me asking? Sorry, Reese. Welonz is pretty direct. We don't have to talk about your illness. Is this really being that rude though? Cause you did mention, you brought up being sick. If I didn't ask you about it, wouldn't that be weirder? It's okay. I've come to terms with the way the rest of my life is going to be. You're so macabre, Reese. You make it sound like you've been sentenced to death. You haven't, right? Not exactly. No one really knows what's wrong with me, but it's been getting worse. I can barely keep most food down. My skin always itches, like there are worms crawling underneath it. Oh. I could live for a long time, or a short time, no one's sure. But I'm definitely not gonna get better. Whatever time I have left is gonna be miserable. Really? Shit. So, I've done my morning. My best years are behind me. My future is unknowable, but one day, I'll wind up in a pine box, just like everyone else, and I'm okay with that. Damn, Reese. I may be a goth, but that's some real nihilistic shit. We'll make sure to come by more often from here on out. Friendship heals all wounds, right? Thanks, guys. But you really shouldn't worry about me. I have my art. I'm doing fine, really. That also explains the subject of your art. I want to ask about the diagnosis, but I think at this point it would be a little bit insensitive, because he did say he doesn't know. They don't know. No one really knows. They've tried. They've tried. No use beating the dead horse. True. We'll all join the worms one day. We've just got to make the best of what we've got. Kanika didn't like that. See? Welonz gets me. I'm just trying to match your vibe. I'm trying to match everyone's vibe when I talk to them, that's all. Stella, maybe it was a mistake to get these two together. But other people are hearing too, so maybe their impression of me will change. Damn, so you three go way back, huh? Almost to the womb. The school here is a tiny K-12. Not exactly a one-room schoolhouse, but not far from it. We're lucky we all got along as much as we did. Some kids weren't able to make any friends their own age. They just happened to be born around the same time as some real jerks, and were stuck with them through their whole school career. Poor kids. Not that we were free from dealing with jerks, like a certain Scarlet I can name. Was this dynamic already the way it is during high school? Really? Like, Kanika, Stella, and Tabitha? Because how could Stella stuck in the middle like that? How does that even work? They hung out independently? Okay, she was a little rough around the edges, but she was pretty friendly when you got past that. Maybe to you. The way she used to look at me. You'd think I'd rolled in something foul every morning before school. Okay, maybe Tabitha just likes Stella. Same here. Though to be fair, that feeling was more mutual between us. She deserved it though. You know she's my cousin, right? You guys are like, just shit-talking my cousin in front of me. That's quite a movie collection you've got. Got any Rex? Where is it? Here? Over here? Let me think. Oh, have you heard of Shino-chi? Deathblood? I saw that for the first time recently, and it blew me away. Shi no Chi, I guess that literally means death blood. Japanese. Excellent example of both Japanese horror and found footage done right. We could even put it on after dinner, if you guys are interested. Oh, we're busy. We gotta go ghost hunting. You wanna join? Damn, I would usually be down for that, but we've gotta head over to Oscar's after this. We promised we'd ghost bust his place. He'd apparently been dealing with a bad haunting. And I feel like we should really be there for him tonight, considering everything that's happened. He and Rosalina both need our support right now. Oh, I was hoping to talk about these things after breaking the ice, but they've both spilled it. Well, I'll take a rain check on that movie, though. Yeah, we'll definitely come by for a movie night this week. I'm free tomorrow night. Same goes for Welonz. You decided for me already? I should probably work tomorrow, but I can close up early. Yeah, so speaking about all that, I want to break it slowly, you know? Has Stella told you everything that's happened the past few days? Every detail. I wish I could see some of it myself, but, you know. He gestures in futility toward the walls of the basement. Are you sure you can't just sneak out one of these nights? Stella's a total rule breaker. Same with the whole Gretchen thing too, forcibly bringing Gretchen here. The dog isn't keeping me prisoner here, Stella. I'm sick. You know that. I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean to. There's nothing to apologize for, and I appreciate the effort. Really, I do. There's just nothing you can really rescue me from. That die's already been cast. But we were talking about the past couple of days, weren't we? I don't know how sick Reese really is. Well, he did say there was some symptoms, like skin itching all the time. I don't know. Well, do you have any thoughts on the ditchlings we've been seeing? Yeah, they've been coming up to my window at night. What? Wait, really? Is that why you texted me that they look like something out of your nightmares? Yeah, I thought I was hallucinating. I hadn't put it together that we might have been seeing the same thing until just now. I've been sketching them, actually. Tell me what you think. Ooh, wow, you are a fantastic artist, though. He pulls out a sketchbook from one of the piles in his room. Okay, that's exactly what I saw on my way home last night. What does it mean that they've been lurking around here, though? Peeking in people's windows? I don't know, but I like the company. They're kind of beautiful in a sad way, if you ask me. Agree to disagree with you there. Those things are gonna be stuck in my nightmares until the day I die. Does that mean something bad's gonna happen to Reese? Do you think the town is doomed? I think everything is probably doomed at some point, but I guess that's answering a different question. Do I think the town of Scarlet Hollow is on the brink of collapse? Probably not, but it's not like I have a lot of perspective on what it's like out there. I'm not so sure about that because we did hear from Tabitha that the mine is keeping the town open. The mine is employing so many people here, but the workers are going on strike, so the mine is not doing well. So I'm not so sure that it's not on the brink of collapse. Plus, our literal house. Our house is literally on the brink of collapse. There could be some rioting on Main Street, and if Stella or the doc didn't tell me, I just wouldn't know. I would totally tell you if there was a riot. Would Dr. Kelly tell you, though? I mean, yeah, I'd hope so. But the point I'm trying to make is that other people are my eyes out there. I don't think we should talk crap about people's parents, though. It's a bit... Yeah, I'm just saying like Kanika's like... Dr. Kelly's not good for you and all that. Well, what do you think is... hey, what do you think's going on with Wayne? Who? You know, the guy who's been following Welonz around being all ominous? Oh yeah, that slasher creep. I appreciate the classic Jason vibe he has going on. Here's hoping he doesn't live up to the look, for all our sakes. Well, what do you think of my cousin? She was always so distant and mean. I probably would have thought she had it out for me personally, if she wasn't like that towards everyone. Or if I thought she even knew my name. You know, I feel like we're actually in a position to get a variety of perspectives on everyone. That talk that we had with Tabitha, I doubt anybody here aside from Stella has had that sort of interaction with her. To know that, yeah, she is really distant and mean, but I think it comes from something. Her mom raised her that way. Her dad left her as a kid. And she's just been shouldering on the mine the whole time, ever since immediately after graduation from high school. But people change. Maybe she's nicer now. She's still terrible. You guys just never took the chance to get to know her. She's actually really funny and sweet. I'll pass, thanks. I think it's kind of cool that, you know, they can share perspectives like that without it affecting them, but it's also kind of weird. Like if I were Stella and I was friends with Tabitha, and then my friend Kanika kept talking shit about my friend Tabitha, I'd be kind of pissed. And I might not want to hang out with Kanika that much. So I feel like from that way, it's not necessarily like the super most realistic thing to happen. But I can see why it's being done though, because you have to know where each character stands with each other character. And I would view Stella negatively for not pushing back harder on someone that she views as a friend. But at the same time, they're not even really talking anymore right now, Stella and Tabitha, so it's not. Maybe I'm making a mountain out of a molehill. Your art. Slap those bad boys on a mug. You can make a buck or two. Yeah. That's what I've been telling him. If you posted these online somewhere, you could get big, man. Yeah, deviant art. Where do people go these days? Twitter? No, we don't go there anymore. For art. ArtStation? I don't know where people go for art, actually. I think I'll keep them to myself until I die. You know how it is with dead artists. Their art sells for way more. I hope the doc or whoever winds up inheriting my work makes millions off it. You don't call her mom? She is your mom, right? I'd be able to rest easy knowing somebody had retroactively given my life value. Dude, this is sad. Or you could sell them while alive and enjoy the fruits of your labor while you still exist? That sounds complicated. I'd rather just spend my time painting. Leave the hard work to someone else. He sounds really depressed, man. Hey, even if you can't come, wanna come ghost hunting with us tonight? Oh wow, do you think you'd be down for that? We'd love to have you. That would be so amazing. But I haven't had the best luck leaving the house lately. Even just walking to town is enough to put me in bed for a week. It sucks. But make sure you bring your camera, Stella. I want to see everything that happens. That bad? You walk to the bus stop and you get so sick just from walking into town? Dude, what? That sucks. You gotta do something about this. Figure this out. Go to a big town hospital. You can't just stay in here. Go to the hospital. I don't care if they can't find anything yet. You gotta start. You can't just give up. Dude, he's given up. Well, dinner's gotta be ready by now, right? I'm just thinking, I'm reflecting a little bit on what I just said. Was that insensitive? Because I'm thinking about how he probably already, like, people with chronic pain and stuff. Yeah, that might have been a little insensitive because they've tried. You think they want to be like that? Everything someone meeting someone for the first time can say, can suggest, can think of, the person in pain themselves has already thought of. Yeah, that was probably not appropriate. Almost on cue, Reese's mom shouts from the kitchen. Dinner's on the table! Guess that's it for catching up. Make sure you all wash your hands with soap. I don't want anyone sharing their germs. Sure thing, Doc. I'll wash my hands. No use saying anything here. It's probably best to just silently comply. You make your way toward the sink, but are stopped in your tracks by the pull of an odd door at the end of the hallway. Some of Reese's paintings. This seems like a single family too. Is that a heart? Oh dear. Is that Reese's dad maybe? Or is that Reese? I can't tell who that is. It feels out of place, like you've accidentally wandered into a different, older house. But more than that, you feel something radiating out from behind it. Something dark and cold. Something that reminds you of the dusty tunnels you narrowly escaped last night. An oppressive hum just beyond your hearing fills the air, and you feel strange. You are compelled to approach the door, drawn in as if hypnotized. Okay. Good thing I went to wash my hands. Do you want to pick the last one for good luck? Before you know it, the doorknob is turning in your hand, your heart full of both deep dread and a compulsive need to know what might be on the other side. What do you think you're doing? Well? Just cleaning this doorknob? Dr. Kelly narrows her eyes with suspicion. Worry less about cleaning my doorknobs and more about cleaning your hands. Come on, everyone's waiting on you. What if I had told the truth about your door being weird, though? You won't let her interrupt you. You need to know what's behind the door. Oh, no you don't. Come on, wash your hands and sit down. She grabs you by the shoulder, yanking you away. You do as she says, cleaning up under her watchful eyes and allowing yourself to be ushered back to the table and away from the door. Okay, the vibe I got from this is that she's not trying to take me away from the door on purpose. It's not like she's thinking, oh my god, Welonz is gonna find my secret behind the door. Because I think she'd be a little bit more anxious if that was the case. But it's more like she has no idea why I feel compelled by the door. And she's just thinking, oh, this kid is trying to get away from washing her hands. That's the vibe I get. What are we having? Spaghetti. Some bread. Okay, cool. Dinner is already laid out. Dinner rolls, spaghetti, and a light salad. Kanika anxiously picks at her food. Stella's nervously talkative, and Reese is suddenly quiet and tense, his shoulders tight as his mother perches on the chair next to his. Perches. Perfect way to describe it. Dr. Kelly eyes all of you with a sharp, fierce gaze. She sits opposite you at the far head of the table, her features silhouetted against the light of the setting sun in the window behind her. I think like what she's doing right now feels excessive because we can see that Reese is pretty unhappy right now, but as a mother, like think about it like if you have a immunocompromised son and you don't know why he's sick, it could be the germs, it could be something contagious. I think it does make sense why you'd want to make sure his friends all wash their hands and follow the protocols and stuff. It's just like everyone has a good side and a bad side, right? You definitely can see where the reasoning comes from. Doesn't make everything they do right? Well, we'll have to see about this mom. Given her protectiveness toward Reese, you find it odd that he's seated between the two of you, rather than the other way around. Oh, Reese is between me and... It's almost as though she's guarded, not only towards you and Stella and Kanika, but towards her son as well. Yeah, I was thinking about that, because this configuration, I was thinking that it was convenient for like a camera angle thing to see everyone, but normally I would be sitting next to Reese, like on the other side maybe. But we're even making note that, hey, wouldn't mom wants to sit here so she can watch everybody. Pills? She slides a few tablets towards Reese. He obediently swallows them. This is excellent, Dr. Kelly. Is the pasta sauce homemade? No. It's from a jar. I worked too many hours to make my own pasta sauce. Well, you have excellent taste in brands. And if you ever want any tips on easy home-cooked pasta sauces, you know, No thanks, Stella. I have the internet if I need recipes. Thanks again for having us, Dr. Kelly. We really appreciate it. Dude, I feel like the moment this dinner started, we're reverting back to being teenagers yet again. You didn't tell me they came by yesterday. You were asleep. I didn't want them to wake you up. But you could have told me. Why? They were coming over today anyway. I would just rather know these things. Yes, you can't make decisions unilaterally. Noted? Noted, but she won't do anything about it. Her son will remain in the dark. I was gonna call her reasonable. Never mind. So, yeah, let's talk about my cousin. Hey, my cousin says she admires you. Really? I didn't think Tabitha could look up to anyone who isn't a Scarlet. She doesn't even like all the Scarlets. It's another example of Kanika not knowing everything. Oh, you just didn't get to know her. She had tons of inspirations. Rockefeller, Carnegie, Ford, business people. Oh, that's even worse. If she admires me so much, she shouldn't be afraid to come in for her yearly physical. Especially since her aunt and now mother both passed away at such relatively young ages. And I think the women in the previous generation fared even worse than that. Dude, something is in the blood. I can't remember the last time I saw her in my office. She should get her priorities straight. You can tell her I said that. Maybe she'll listen to family. She likes her because she's firm and not showing weakness and all that garbage. Oh, women in our family. There's definitely some. Wait, but I can be a boy cousin though. I can be a male cousin, so maybe that's not so true. No, we're not asking that one. Hey, thanks for putting this together, Dr. Kelly. I don't usually have to cook for so many people. I'm just glad there's enough for everyone. It reminded me of what it used to be like when these two would come over. Hungry teenagers, eating me out of house and home. I should have charged your parents for all the food you kids went through, honestly. It was like I was running a restaurant, not a doctor's office. Well, what were Stella and Kanika like as kids? Noisy and messy, like all kids. And they always had these little projects, videos or crafts or animal rescues, whatever it was that had captured their imaginations that week. So, like I said, noisy and messy. Didn't we bring a dead squirrel into your house once? Oh god, not the squirrel. I remember that squirrel. Didn't you think the doc could Frankenstein it back to life or something? Keeps calling his mom the doc. I was like 12. I was very susceptible to what I saw in media, and very sad about that squirrel. That's one of those things that keep me up at night. I still feel guilty about bringing that thing into your house, Dr. Kelly. I'm just glad you didn't make it a habit. I think we can keep the vibes here. Hey, let's talk about Reese. Hey, so does I don't know how much we should push though. It's always a little bit uncomfortable to say something that you know the other person's not going to respond well to. Well, Reese is a talented artist. You must be very proud of him. He has a lot of skill, honed through practice and dedication. I can't say I understand a lot of his pieces, but of course I'm proud. I can tell. You have it up on the walls. Thanks, Doc. So, it must break your heart, having to isolate your son from the world like this. Different framing. Different framing. It's just another unfortunate side effect of his illness. Both of us had to come to terms with it. It's not the life I wanted for him, but it's the life he has to lead. Maybe he doesn't have to... Ow! Jeez, Kanika, your boots are heavy. Sorry, Dr. Kelly. We're totally respectful of Reese's boundaries, even though they might seem a little bit arbitrary and strict. Isn't that right, Stella? You can kick me all you like. It won't change my bold attitude and outgoing personality. You know, Doc, I feel pretty okay. I don't think having people over is all that rough on me. We'll see how you feel in an hour. Is it just... what do they think it is? Some exertion? A physical exertion? Making his immune system weaker? Or is it something supernatural? It could be. Do you mind if I ask what exactly he has, since you're a doctor? He has a combination of genetic diseases that give him a frail immune system, among other things. It's too much to get into. A lot of technical terms that I'd have to explain. It's not good dinner talk, and it can't be pleasant for him to have to hear it again. So, let's drop it. I'm fine talking about it. I bet he doesn't even really know. I'd rather we talk about something else. You don't even listen to his opinions, man. Hey, so does no one in this town have two... You know what? I'm just gonna go for it. Hey! Does no one in this town have two parents? Dr. Kelly's glare intensifies. Small towns are full of drama. People meet when they're young and reckless, and it doesn't always work out long term. Plus, these hills are dangerous, and the job's even more so. Things happen. Not everyone gets some fairy tale ending. What about you? Where is his dad? You can find happy endings anywhere, though. It doesn't have to be perfect, but people can still be happy, even if bad things have happened to them. Here, Stella. Might be something to keep in mind for everything in the future. In Scarlet Hollow. I guess living in denial is a kind of happiness. Sure. Jeez. Okay, you know what? Maybe this is okay. We're going all out, whatever. Hey, so, why didn't you want me poking around the clinic? You seemed awfully guarded about me checking out that door. Because it's closed. Doctors don't usually just let people wander around their clinics. Of course, Dr. Kelly. We would never. I'm sure Welonz is just joking. Right, Welonz? You know, I can't say I've ever felt drawn to the place before, but the secrecy is starting to make it feel awfully compelling. So that was the door to the clinic? Like the clinic portion of this place? Stella, don't you think of getting any ideas from Welonz? No one is playing hide and seek in my private offices. Not today, not ever. Welonz, she doesn't need any more bad influences. She's the one that's bad influence on me. Yeah, but what if it's haunted? This place was built out of an old Civil War hospital, right? Oh. It was a TB clinic, too. Double haunted. I can't believe I never went ghost hunting here. Are you sure you don't want us to check it out? We'll have a whole bunch of extra experience after tonight. It's not haunted. Now drop it. We did kind of learn interesting information though. Sorry for making everyone uncomfortable. I'm usually more socially aware than this. Oh my god. Where were you when we were in trouble? She already doesn't look happy with me. Why would the police contact Dr. Kelly about Duke? Is she the coroner? Have you seen any strange illnesses spreading around town? What? No. Are you sure you haven't met with any minors who had unusual symptoms? Anyone who seemed sort of drippy or strangely ominous when they talked? Sorry to pry, just doing my due diligence. Absolutely not. I've barely seen so much as a runny nose, which is a good thing. If you're so concerned about the mine, why don't you have Welonz ask Tabitha? I have no interest in violating HIPAA for your weird little investigation into nothing. Health, information, protection, Alcoholics Anonymous. It's the health, the patient privacy thing, right? You see any weird hairless creatures scurrying around in the woods at night? It's not violating anything. I don't tend to go wandering in the woods after dark, so no. You don't have to go all the way to the woods. They've been coming to our windows at night. They've been... what? There are these things called ditchlings, and they've been preying on the local wildlife, and Welonz and I found a whole nest of them the other night when we... Oh, I see. There's some of your little cryptozoological creatures. I know it sounds pretty out there, but I've seen these things in person. We're not messing around. They're out there, laying eggs and animals and doing God knows what else. And here I thought you'd finally manage to get an even head on your shoulders, Kanika. Seems like Stella might be a bad influence on you. I know her little stories can be convincing, but that's only because she's managed to so thoroughly convince herself. She's not making up stories. Neither is Kanika, and neither am I. All you have to do is look outside after dark. There have been more every night. They're all pale and doughy. And their faces, they're like sculptures of humans that didn't set right. I see. You stay up too late painting your grisly faces, so you've started to see them everywhere. I'm sure whatever's outside, it's just raccoons or... Stop. Stop doubting everything I say. Stop trying to rewrite things I tell you to fit what you think should be true. There's weird shit going down in Scarlet Hollow, whether you want to face it or not. Aside from Reese's mom staring down the table, nobody is making eye contact with anyone else. If Kanika was more science-minded, I think Dr. Kelly is even more extreme on that spectrum. Like, at least Kanika, if she sees it, she's like, okay, that's really weird. I don't have science to explain it, but it's really weird. But Dr. Kelly's like, no, it doesn't exist, even if my own son tells me about it. She's gonna complain about the patient violations again. Have you seen any sick animals lately? I'm a doctor, not a vet. Yeah, I'm just asking you, like, outside, randomly, okay? I'm not asking you in your capacity as a doctor. Didn't someone come in with a sick cow last week? Yes, but it's not like I examined the thing. I told them what I just told you and sent them on their way. You said it had lumps. Sure, it had lumps, but I assumed it was suffering from some cow disease. It's not something I've done much research on. I don't know how normal it is for a cow to be covered in lumps. Doesn't that sound like... ditchlings? Are no farm animals safe from their devious clutches? Dr. Kelly, in Stella's footage, it looked like there was something pupating inside one of Duke's chickens. I bet those were the lumps on the cow. You really should have taken a look. You could have made discoveries previously unknown to the scientific world. Or, I could have spread some new horrible disease to my chronically ill son. I'll leave these discoveries to someone else. The more you talk, the less you feel like you're having a conversation, and the more you feel like you're treading on eggshells. Yeah, I think the more we talk, I don't... Okay, do you know Sam Wayne? Sam Wayne? Dr. Kelly takes a moment to think. No, doesn't ring a bell. Someone you know? Someone who's been following Welonz around. Super mysterious guy. We have reason to believe he might have caught some kind of weird illness at the mines. He definitely looks like he could use medical help, so please let us know if he shows up or anything. Well, she's not allowed to. If there's someone harassing you, you should get the police involved. This isn't any of my business. This conversation isn't getting anywhere. But I am curious. I'm curious from like a non-accusatory perspective. Does that make sense? Like, just in case if I offend her. Because why... having a doctor right by the cave entrance could have helped still. You're a doctor. Where were you last night when Rosalina got hurt? I'm a doctor, not an EMT. Well, once she's back in town, I expect we'll be seeing a lot of each other. She won't be the first amputee I've treated, so at least I have some experience. The poor kid. It's gonna be a tough adjustment. I just hope I can be helpful to her. Poor Rosalina. I think she'll be just fine. Oscar said she seemed in high spirits. Pain meds will do that. The tension at the dinner table reaches a breaking point. Alright, that's enough. Dr. Kelly is interrupted by Reese before she can finish her thought. I feel like the more we talked, the worse my relationship got with every single person at the table, probably. And maybe the easiest way through that was to not say anything, just eat silently. So, we were talking about maybe watching a movie sometime this week, while Welonz is still in town. We'll have to see how you're feeling. I can handle the movie, Doc. Yeah, we'll just sit downstairs in the dark. Reese is used to that. I'm sure he'll be okay. You're always overestimating how much you're able to do, Reese. This is why you keep getting sick. If I get sick, so what? It's not like that's ever gonna change. I'm sick every day, and I'm not getting better. I don't want to spend the last few miserable years of my life holed up in the basement alone, just because seeing my friends has been deemed too strenuous. I'm an adult, for God's sake. I can't believe I have to ask for permission from my mom just to have friends. Oh. Reese stops mid-sentence, wincing in pain and wrapping himself in his arms. Don't say things like that. I'm doing everything I can to try and fix. Silence, as Dr. Kelly's eyes shoot open. Reese? Reese abruptly pulls himself from the table and leaves. Damn it. I knew it. I knew this would be too much. See, now she's blaming herself for letting us in. She might be thinking, yeah, if I hadn't let these kids come over, Reese would still be okay right now. There's a lot of different things clashing here. It's not like I can't understand her perspective at all. Everyone, get out of my house. Please, just leave us alone. Stop trying to interfere with his life. All it does is hurt him more. She still hasn't realized she's hurting him too. By keeping him here. He's right. He's sick today. He's gonna be sick tomorrow. And he's gonna be sick the day after that too. Are we really just gonna confine him to the house? Even end-of-life patients often get to do what they want. Because it's the end. But we can't just leave him like this. Now is when he needs friends the most. No. Now is when he needs me the most. I'm his doctor and his mother. I know you care about him. I know that. And he knows it too. But all any of you would do is get in the way. So just leave. Please. The door is something. Do we need to say it to her? No. The door was something. Do you think he just got sick because he was too agitated there? Because he started yelling and stuff? He says he gets sick trying to walk to town too. I don't know, man. Sorry, we'll get out of your way. Good. The three of you are rushed to the door. We'll be back, Reese! I hope you feel better soon! Dr. Kelly shuts the door in your faces. The click of a lock signals the end of your dinner at Reese's. Hey. I think, yeah, the street smart might have told us that Dr. Kelly is afraid of Reese, but not very obviously. It was really mainly the sitting placement. Maybe she was hiding something. Maybe I'm giving her more credit. About the door thing? Was she hiding it on purpose? She could have been. She could have just been really good at hiding it. Hey, something weird happened when I went to wash my hands. It was like I was forced to try and break into the clinic. Forced how? It was like something was making me go there. I wonder, was it like that carving in the pit last night? Before you had that seizure? It was kind of like you were hypnotized. Carving? It was a carving? It wasn't actual hands and legs and chains? I wasn't there, but I guess I'll take your word on it. Hypnotism seems like a step up from what we've been dealing with, though. I mean, I don't know. A lot happened last night, but the whole thing was very trance-like. I guess it was kind of similar. What if there's another carving in there? That'd be so weird. If there is, I wonder if it'd give you another vision. Maybe these things have something to do with the ditchlings. You're not suggesting we go poking around in there, are you? Of course I am. Maybe tomorrow. I am not breaking into Dr. Kelly's clinic based on a bad vibe Welonz got. Okay, we will then. Kanika, it's fine, we will. Hey, so did either of you get the impression Dr. Kelly is afraid of Reese? She never turned her back towards him. Yeah, I think this is the general impression you would get, but I trust my street smart senses. Are you sure she wasn't just being overprotective? I'm sure that's all that's going on, and she has every right to be. I mean, the poor guy took 2 bites of food and got sick immediately. I can't imagine what that's like for the both of them to go through. Yeah, but if she was being overprotective, she'd have sat between us and him. She had her back to the window. She can't sit between all 3 of us and him. That's interesting. If anyone should be afraid of anyone in that house, Reese should be afraid of his mom. Huh. Okay, if we go off this line of thought, is she trying to keep Reese in the house because he's dangerous somehow? I think you're both reading into things too much. Dr. Kelly is good people. Look, I'm just saying, maybe there's more to their dynamic than just him being sick, but it's not like there's much we can do about it right now. We could probably go back and forth on this for a while. Let's grab Gretchen and get going. The sun is setting, and we wouldn't want to miss a second of ghost action. Stella hurries down the hill, almost as if to run away from what just happened. You and Kanika follow her down the slowly darkening street.